Hello everyone, Josh here with X's Network, bringing y'all another OUTERPLANE video, and today we're going to be talking about something very interesting. So, if you saw the title, if you saw the thumbnail, you're probably wondering, what's up with Noa? What's going on with Noa? What do you mean she might be possibly nerfed or not, doing what she's fully intended to do? Well, we're going to be answering all those questions today, and this also might surprise some people because this is something that we couldn't really, properly test to this extent that we can now. And I'm actually surprised this has not really been brought up too much, at least from what I've seen so far in the community for OUTERPLANE. But let's go ahead and take a look at Noa real quick. So you guys and gals know that in the new, the new guild raids, the side bosses, they have so much max HP. I mean, they're in the millions, okay? When they get to stage, 3, 4, and 5, they're in the millions. So they get very high. That allows units like Laplace with her chain ability to do some really cool stuff there for damage. That allows units like Marion, which we already did a video for yesterday, to really showcase what she's able to do with her curse dots, her damage over time debuffs that also scale to max HP. And then of course also Beth with her skill 1 and ultimate with her damage potential when she got bleeds, or her skill 2 with a burst. So you have those 3 heroes that are able to scale to the enemy's max HP with additional bonus damage in some way, shape, or form that's doing tons and tons of damage. However, there is one other hero that should be doing that as well, and maybe even to, to an extent, maybe even better in some regard, and that is our girl Noa. Now, a lot of you already know that Noa does, she does a ton of damage. She's one of the best damage dealers in the entire game. Some people would argue she is the best overall damage dealer in the entire game when you consider all the content that she is very powerful in. However, what would you say if I was to tell you that she's not even hitting her peak yet, that she can actually do more, but the game's mechanic isn't working the way that it should with her skill set that we are being told they are supposed to do? Now, there could be a chance that this is a bug, a major bug that we just have not really talked too much about, that we're now able to more, to better explore and see that something is definitely not working right. Or this could be a situation where the skill descriptions are completely incorrect and we're scaling things completely different than what they're supposed to. But today's video is going purely based on the information that we are provided in her skill set, that they should be working as, they're kind of written, and they are not. And we're going to talk about that here right now. So you can see my Noa right now. She's at 3,300 attack, 62 point, almost 63% crit chance, 220 crit damage. Very good damage numbers. Speed, I'd like to get maybe another 10, 15 higher. Outside of that, not too bad for my current Noa build. But if we go to her skills, now, I don't really use her ultimate all that much. That's why I don't have it skilled up, because I'm usually using her basic ability 99% of the time. You'll see here on her ultimate, if she has 5 stacks of Kaiser energy or more, she will do additional damage proportional to the target's max health. Really? Well, we're going to talk more about that when we get into the guild raid. Skill 2, well, technically her passive. Her passive, if you land a crit with her Kaiser Knuckle, which is her basic ability, she will do an AoE attack that also deals additional damage that's proportional to target's max health. Interesting, right? So every time we use that AoE, we should be doing damage proportional to the enemy's max health, as well as if we have at least 5 Kaiser energy or more. And you can see here that that's the base, and then it goes up again at level 3 and up again at level 5. So we're definitely getting even more increases on that potential bonus damage on enemies' max health. Now, keep in mind, if we're just kind of like low balling this, right? Let's just say that that bonus damage is only like 1%, right? Just 1%. If we're fighting an enemy that has over 5 million HP, we should be dealing more than 50,000 damage in bonus damage proportional to the enemy's max health. And that's if we're low balling, and let's just say that bonus is literally 1%. 1. And that's not even including the fact that it goes up again at level 3, at level 5, also on the passive, just like the ultimate at level 3 and level 5. So So let's go into the actual battle now. Let's go into the actual guild battle. And we have to do this before our guild battles, before our side bosses are all dead, which hopefully later today, we will have that taken care of. So let's go into Tyrant Toddler Stage 4. He's got 5.1 million max HP, which means we're doing well over 50,000 damage if we were at 1%. If our bonus damage scaled to just 1% of the enemy's max health. So let's go in here. Let's go ahead and just run Noa. We'll throw Noa right there, and then we'll throw Claire in there as well for just a little bit of support and some health, just to kind of, you know, allow us to buy a little bit more time in the fight. So let's go into a practice battle now. Now, we might have to do this a few times to kind of get the actual test I want done here on the video, so bear that in mind. Keep that in mind. I do apologize if we have to. Okay, so we did 7,500 right there, and then 15,000 total off of the crit. We should be doing over 50k in bonus damage if we lowballed it at 1%, as I said, because the boss has, again, over 5.1 million max HP. But that is not what happened. We only did 15,000 damage on a crit using the base ability, and then we activated the passive, did the AoE, but you can clearly see that that damage is not scaling at all. So let's go ahead and just pop our shields here with our Claire real quick. Okay, now we're at 2 Kaiser stacks. We're going to wait till we get 5 Kaiser stacks so we can test ult as well. So let's just keep doing this. And again, look, we crit again, and we're only doing 15,000 damage. We're not doing an additional 50k. We should be doing 65, 70k damage, if not more, on a crit. If we were just low ball scaling to 1% of the boss's max HP for that additional damage that is listed on the skill 2, the passive, and on the ultimate. So again, we're not getting these bonus damages at all. Now, it's hard to test this out versus other types of content where the enemies have way less max health. Like, you're talking enemies that have like 200k HP or lower versus enemies that have 5 million plus. So it's much easier to actually test this out right now and really see that there's clearly something wrong here. The skill is not written correctly at all. Perhaps maybe the damage is being scaled to her own max HP, which is 6133 for me right now, and not the actual bosses, which is a big difference, which could be a possibility, which means they need to go in and rewrite that, even though I still think that that should be completely changed, because if we're scaling to her own max HP, that is not much damage at all. And that's even if they were scaling it like 20-30%. Her max HP is not going to be high. She is a pure DPS, and you're already trying to squeeze speed out of her on top of that. So there is no chance that you're going to be having a super tanky Noa to really make use out of something that's going to be scaling to her own max HP. So that is a severe problem if that is the case. There's also another situation where perhaps the bonus damage isn't based on max HP at all, and it's just a flat additional damage of like 2,000 to 3,000 damage or something like that, which is also pretty dang puny in my opinion, especially on the ultimate. But again, we don't know for sure, but if we're going by the way the skills are written right now and the way we're reading them out, it should be scaling to the enemy's max HP. And again, we are lowballing with 1% to get that additional 50,000 damage, and we're not seeing anything close to that at all. So, I mean, what are you going to tell me? We're scaling the max HP of the enemy by decimals, 0.00 some, you know, random number? Like, are we really doing that? Like, is it that low? And if it is, it's completely insignificant, and they need to remove that from the kit and change that as well. So no matter which option that you want to go with, or which theory that you may have on this, the problem is it's not working as it was written. And if it's working another way that's supposed to, but it's not written that way, it needs to be changed. And if it is that way, it's completely useless and needs to be revamped anyways. And this is for a unit that a lot of people would consider one of the best heroes in the entire game, but the problem is she's supposed to do more. So if we're going by what the game tells me what she's supposed to be doing, she is in fact nerfed right now, because she is not doing that at all. So let's go ahead and use her ultimate with 5 Kaiser stacks. You'll see here, guys and gals, we are not going to get anywhere close to 50, 60, 70k damage. And again, that's scaling it at 1%. We got 89 40. It clearly is not doing what it says it's supposed to do. So let's go ahead and get out of there. I think we've proven our point here with her. But there is one other thing, a little bonus I want to show you guys and gals as well, of another thing that is clearly not working here. And it's also kind of irritating to me because we had a crazy cool combo that we could have utilized, and we can't do it. And I will show you what that one is right now. So let's go back into the Tyrant Toddler. This time we're going to take out Noa, and we're going to put in Rin. Now, the reason why I'm running Rin is because, excuse me, because Rin is running the weapon that has the passive skill that it does damage equal to 1% of the enemy's max health every single time you attack, which means my Rin should be doing 50k damage plus every single time she attacks. And you will see very early on that that is not the case. Let's go and use our basic ability. Did you guys and gals see 50k there? I saw 5400. I clearly did not see 50k plus. So clearly the weapon is not scaling correctly either. Let's go ahead and use our skill 2. Try that. Yeah, we're getting nowhere close to hitting 50k plus. And again, it's because we are running the weapon that scales to 1% of the enemy's max HP, and it is not working at all either. So we have some issues here to address in this game that hopefully Smilegate will look into very closely and get corrected. Hopefully they see this video. Hopefully a lot of you share this video, because I feel like this is very important information. So if we go here to our heroes, I just want to show you, that I want to confirm with you all that we did in fact use the right weapon with Rin and that it did not work. Right here, when attacking a single target. So that requirement has been fulfilled. We are attacking one single target. It is a boss. Increases damage by 1% of the target's max health. And 1% of an enemy with over 5 million HP is 50,000 plus. So we have a clear issue here. So not only is Noa not working, now the freaking Surefire Javelin weapon is not working. And the combo, just to give you guys an idea of what we wanted to do with this, if it worked as intended, was to put this weapon on a very slow Edith with 60% chance of counterattack and let her go in there and do tons of damage that also weren't going to count as turns because counterattacks don't count as a turn. So she would have been able to do tons of damage, which would allow her to kind of get into that category of the Marians and the Bests and the Laplaces of the world right now. If Noa worked, she would be in that same realm of usability in this current, these side bosses in the guild raid. But guess what, guys and gals? It don't work. So I don't know. My hands are up in the air. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully they take care of that and fix it, address it, do something, rewrite her skills to tell us exactly what's going on. Is it scaling to her own HP? Is it just a flat little tiny bonus damage? Because it's clearly not scaling to enemies max HP. The weapon is not scaling to max HP. So we need to figure out what's going on. Please share this video. If you guys want to see more in-depth videos like this where we try to, kind of break down the game, explore lots of new possibilities and what can and cannot work, what should work but doesn't, and all that and more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, tick notifications, join us in the Discord in the description below as always, and follow us on Twitter at XS Network. Until next time, peace.